Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the SoFlo Soccer Channel for another post-game reaction. Inter Miami versus Olimpia in our penultimate game for the preseason and probably our last game in the Americas tour. I'm here with Solano, who's having some camera issues. I promise he was fine just a minute ago.
I'll be there in a second.
You're good. We'll wait for you. But guys, oh my God, why is it not? Okay. But guys, welcome back. Welcome in. Sorry. Actually, no, we're actually on time. We're pretty on time. Everyone's already glazing. We got Cello Masterclass, Ustadio for Drake. We're gonna get into all of this, guys. I appreciate the enthusiasm. Tommy Gamer, what's up? What's up? Solana, welcome back. I appreciate you for being here in two consecutive streams, man. I love it. I love the dedication, the enthusiasm, the passion for wanting to talk more to Miami.
Always.
Let's just get straight into it. I feel like we have so much to talk about. This was such an amazing game, a very entertaining game to watch and be a part of. And we're just gonna get straight into it. Let's talk about. Well, first of all, give me your thoughts on the game, like just kind of overall before we get into the starting 11. Like, what do you think of it?
I mean, what's there not to like, right? I mean, what's there not to like? It's let's say your almost last real preseason game because you're not expecting a lot of the starters to play heavy or many minutes, considering they have four days between that last game and the CONCACAF Champions Cup game. So this is like the warm-up. This is like basically like the third preseason game in football, like in the NFL, or like the second to last game in the NBA preseason. This was it. This is where you wanted to see them perform. And you tell me, did they perform or did they not perform?
They performed, bro. They gave us 110% all the way, and not just from the starting 11, but literally the entire B squad. Like they performed, everybody performed. It was honestly spectacular fun on all areas of the pitch, and it was very entertaining to watch. And I honestly thought this would be a lot more of a competitive game. Maybe I hyped this up a little bit too much, but we already talked about it. We'll get into it. Let's get into the starting 11. I already see a lot of comments talking about a lot of the players. Let's get into the starting 11. I'm trying to pull up the graphic that here we go. Yeah, so this is the starting 11. Ustadi and net. We have the back four: Chelo, Frey, Martinez, and Noah Allen as the back four. The midfield is going to be Sergio Busquets and Redondo. And the two wide midfielders are Ruiz and Allende, with Luis Suarez and Lionel Messi up top. This wasn't the lineup we maybe it is, but I think probably the biggest surprise would be probably the center back pairing. I think.
Absolutely.
It's because I remember you were telling us last time that that Martinez was injured. So I just took your word for it, and we just kind of went that way. And I'm like, all right, so there's no way he's going to start. But hey, now he started. What did you think when you saw this? When you saw this lineup, what did you think originally? You were like, this is pretty right. This is solid, or what?
Well, the first thing that I noticed was that Toto Aviles wasn't even anywhere near there, like on the roster. So that was the first thing that I noticed.
Yes.
He's not obviously here. He's not there at all. Obviously, everybody who fell into the Jordi Alba has a knock rumor or story that's been going around. Let's be honest, guys. He doesn't have a knock. They just needed to say that for contractual reasons. That's what my tweet was saying the other day, just to make it clear for everybody. But those are the two biggest things that I noticed. And then obviously from what you and I had discussed earlier in the week, we at least I thought that, Wiegand was going to start. Noah Allen was going to get the start at left back. And, I was okay with Busquets and Redondo. I think I chose Kermaski over Ruiz. And then we saw that sub in the 37th minute.
Yep.
But everything else, I think, was what you and I had discussed. So I didn't have many surprises.
Yeah. Why did you, real quick, why did you think that sub was made in the 37th minute? I don't understand that it's Ruiz's birthday and they wanted to kind of play him in front of this crowd in Honduras and his home nation, but why do you think they didn't wait until halftime to do that? Or was Was it just like a random thing? I was just so confused. I was like really confused by that. I don't know if
Me,
that's off at
me,
all.
I know some of the media or was tweeting earlier. I think at halftime that it was a little weird that he came out. Could there be something behind that? I don't know. I think it was just more of a respect thing from Javier Macherano. Having him
Yeah,
in front of his home crowd, and
you're
then
right.
him the the standing ovation, and then not only that, but also allowing maybe the team that we might see more of throughout the season with Kremaski in there instead of Ruiz. So we got to
Mhm.
see a little bit of everything in that first half with a little standing ovation for the Honduran involved.
Yeah. No. Okay. No, I could definitely see it from that perspective. Let's go bit by so no, the starting 11 was not too many surprises. Let's talk about how we did in the first half with these guys. I thought, or you can give me your comments first, but I thought in the beginning, I thought I'm like, okay, like this is gonna be a little bit of a fight. Um, I thought that Olimpia did. I don't know. I honestly no. Let me take that back. I thought we were pretty dominant. Now that I'm thinking about it, overall in that first half, I thought we were linking well together with Messi, with Suarez, even with Ashinde there on the left. I thought, Chelo was looking good. He was obviously responsible for like the hockey assist in one of the goals, and I thought Redondo was looking a lot cleaner. Just kind of overall, I like Noah Allen, man, like Noah Allen in that left back spot. Like we talked about who's going to take over Jordi Alba, and we said that Noah Allen could be that guy. He definitely showed that he could be that guy, 1000%. Um, not Lujan, Ian Frey, seeing him play in the center back position, he's just so calm, so collective. The way that he makes every decision, like there's a purpose with every movement that he makes, and he's so determined and he's so confident in that role, and it makes me feel so secure. Ustadi in the goal, like Ustadi is our number one keeper. I think I'm totally convinced now. I'm totally convinced that Ustadi is our number one keeper. I felt so safe, and now and watching this game very closely, I understood that every single detail and like every single comment that you made about Ustadi made complete sense in this game, and it showed it tonight. But I thought overall it was just complete dominance from our side, at least in this first half.
I mean, I completely agree. And you kind of checked off the checklist one by one by one of everything that we talked about earlier in the week, which was
Yep.
first we talked about goalkeeper, who was it going to be? If it's not Ustadi now, I mean, maybe become a fan of another team because he showed today he had three very key first half saves. And not only that, I do want to mention, I'm not that I'm gonna glaze how everybody talks about over Ustadi. He did have one massive screw up in the first like 22 seconds where he tried to pass the ball to Ian Frey and it ended up going out into the corner kick, and that's how
Mm.
Olimpia got their first corner kick. So he did screw up, but overall, like kudos to him. He had a great first half, and look, the team is coming out like just looking clean in the back. It's just very
So clean,
solid,
so
so
clean.
clean, and just no stress. And that is, it's awesome. Like it's and there was actually one play that I want to mention, and I don't remember if it was definitely in the first half, towards the end of the
Mhm.
first half, where Ustadi he kind of waited, and nothing was open because the team was Olimpia was pressing. So
Mhm.
he kicked it, and it literally hit Messi right in his head. Messi hit it back to Busquets. Busquets put it down, and that's how they came out playing. And Cello was even involved in that play. So all the Cello hate that's been going on, I mean, he is proving it. He is proving it because he played so good today. So good, man. I'm just so happy. Your boy had one goal, two assists. My boy had a goal and an assist. Like,
Yeah,
dude, I mean,
yeah.
we're both living on cloud nine right now.
No, 1000%. I'm like Cello is making me eat my words, man. Like he completely made me eat my words tonight. But that's good. That I want him to do that. Like I want him to prove me wrong. I'm not hating on him like on purpose. Like I don't want him to do bad. I want Cello to perform good because, like you said the last time we spoke, like he is one of the better right backs in the whole MLS. Like, and for him to be putting out mid performances, below average performances, is not acceptable. But this, he played very, very well today, and he looked a lot better. We did actually see him play left back a little bit in that second half too, which is very interesting before he came out, or he didn't, or whatever. You know what I mean?
Could
Um,
Macherano be showing something? I don't know. So that's what this game was about. They got to test a lot of things. Now I got you thinking, because now maybe Cello can play left back and Lujan can play right back.
well, we didn't even see Lujan play right back. We saw him play center back. So it's
I
like
know.
we saw
And
Cremashi play right. We saw
that,
Cremashi play right back
that's
in the
what I'm
second half.
saying. So it's absolutely crazy. So the options that we talked about and how deep this roster is we haven't even begun to see the tip of the iceberg, because we still have players that we haven't seen. Telasco Segovia, Maximiliano Falcon. So I'm just getting chills.
Bro, like I have to give huge props to, first of all, I have to give huge props to Noah Allen for scoring a fucking goal. I have to give
Oh
props
yeah.
to Ryan Saylor for scoring a fucking goal. Al pedo,
Hey,
demasiado suerte. Like he had so much luck on his side, but a goal is a goal. And for Redondo for scoring. I mean, like those are like the last people that you would ever predict to score a goal in the game. Redondo has done it before, obviously, but it's just not like him. And because he had, I thought this was probably one of the better, if not the best game that I've seen Redondo play in a real long time. In a while, I would say. That's just my opinion. Like that is the kind of level that I want him to perform at consistently. And him getting a goal, him moving, like him off the ball was really, really impressive. Like it definitely looked like he improved off ball. He just looked more comfortable. He knew what he was doing. He understood his role. Noah Allen dominated those runs on the left hand side. Like he literally was like a little mini Jordi Alba. You could tell he learned a lot from Jordi, and Ryan Saylor just came in, he just scored. So like he just did what he had to do. But I want to talk about let's talk about a little bit in the second half. Let's talk about everybody that all the subs essentially. Let's just talk about everybody that just got subbed in. Messi and all them, they got subbed out what? In the 60th minute?
about
Like 60
60th
something
minute.
minute?
Yep. 60-61.
And so which is like a good time in my opinion. I don't know if you thought they should have played earlier or later, but for
I thought
me,
they were
I
going to
thought
play 45. So I
okay,
was
then
surprised that they played an extra 15, but I was okay with it. And I was surprised they played the extra 15 because of the condition
mhm.
that the field was getting into at the end of the first half. It
I
was
was gonna
raining,
okay. It was
and at
pouring
some
bad.
point, some of the parts of the field were coming up, and you can see like in the slide tackles, like the grass was coming out, and
Yes,
the
yes,
player
it
was
was.
grabbing it and putting it back in. So that's why I was a little worried, and I thought, maybe that they would sub him out at the beginning of the half. But I was surprised that they played, but they played okay, and I'm happy because Suarez was able to get his goal.
So I was able to get a goal. He was able to get, was it one or two assists? One
He
assist.
got one
He got
assist,
one
and a hockey assist.
and a hockey assist, which counts. We should be able to count that. Messi getting the goal and the two assists as well. But I thought it's so interesting because so they all came out 60th minute, which I'm glad that they did because it reduces any sort of risk. But all of the kids played. Every single Tyler Hall, we got to see, which I've been excited to see since the beginning of the preseason. We got to see Leo Alfonso back for the first time in a while, like ever since he got injured. We got to see Santiago Morales again. We got to see, who else did we get to see? We saw Bright. Obviously, we saw Rocco. We saw
We
Rocco
did.
come in. We
We
saw
saw
Lujan,
Fafa.
obviously. We saw Fafa. Everybody just came in. It's just a completely new 11 in that second half for the majority of that second half. What did you think? And you can go in whatever direction you want with this, but what did you just think in general with just how that second team played in terms of just, you could talk about individual players, you can talk about overall, but did anything stick out to you with any of those guys, whether it was Fafa, Afonso, Taylor, Bright, whoever?
I mean, I don't want to talk about individual players yet, because watching them for 30 minutes is not
Of
a
course.
good enough I would say amount of time for me to assess a player. Obviously, I've seen a lot of Afonso in the past. I've now seen Santi Morales. I can see he has a lot of potential.
Hmm.
I've seen Fafa in the past, but really, the players that I wanted to see more of was Lujan, and I'm glad I got to see some of Tyler Hall as well. But as a collective unit, I didn't see a drop in the level of play when they started making all of these subs. And I don't know, I don't want to, this is not a call out to Machinano, but I see his play, and his play is good. It's una jugada de Pizarro, like de Pizarrón, with the way they come out of the back. Y la verdad que es muy buena, muy buena. So I'm not going to give it away, but I saw it many times. I saw a certain plays that I'm sure they rehearse and practice, one touch
Hmm.
plays between Messi, between Suarez, between Tadeo, which I tweeted at halftime. He's gonna be special this year. And boy, does he have a rocket, Matt, or what?
Yeah.
Oh, by the way, hey, happy birthday. We're into this here, and we didn't even like sing happy birthday.
No.
We didn't bring out a cake or anything. Everybody has to know it's your birthday. Happy birthday,
I
and
appreciate
you're
it.
working on your birthday, man.
Hey, no, I work. We this is not work, man. This is just love. I appreciate everybody for the birthday wishes. Thank you, Solana, for the birthday wishes. It is an absolute pleasure, and honestly, just a privilege to do this on my birthday. And no, and getting a 5-0 win against Olimpia in a preseason. It's also Ruiz's birthday, also, by the way. So we share a birthday, but getting that was the best birthday present that they could have given me, and them having the performance that they had also was the best present they could have given me. But no, you're totally right in terms of Mascherano's play and the fact that he just didn't let his foot off the gas. And but like, I don't know about you, but that's what I want, especially when we're clearly 1000% the better team in this scenario. You want that to happen. You don't want to let your foot off the gas, because in the MLS, you're gonna get punished for that. If you let go of the gas and you go defensive, you're gonna get pressured heavy. You're gonna get hit hard with pacey players, with physically strong players, with technically good players, whatever the case may be. You're gonna get hit, and you're gonna get hit hard, and you're going to concede at some point with all that pressure. Like, there's only so much pressure you can soak in. So the fact that Mascherano kept up with or just he stuck to his game plan, um, and it worked. He sticks to his structures. The players are adapting to his style, and I'm loving it because it's just giving everybody the confidence that they need to play to the best of their ability. And it's just crazy. I mean, like, in for 30 minutes, even though like we can't really judge him or based off 30 minutes, or at least for los pibes or the subs, it's just a good sign to see. It's a really good sign, and it's a really good it just gives you a lot of positivity, a lot of hope, and a lot of um something to look forward to for the regular season, in my opinion. But thank you guys again for all the birthday wishes. I appreciate
Yeah, but I didn't know if when Messi scored if he was gonna celebrate and do something special for you or not. But
it.
it would have been pretty tight if he did. Like it would have been awesome.
He would have. I swear to God, these guys like watch this channel. I swear to God, because like literally I feel like everything that we talked about, everything that we've criticized or that we've like heavily like talked like praised, they did it. Like they did it, or like if we criticized them, they fixed it. If we praised them, they did it even better. Like I swear to God, they watched this, because like we literally we called it. We're like freaking gurus, bro, when it comes to this stuff. It's
And
insane, and a lot of people in the chat called it too.
I wanted to bring up one thing that you said about Redondo and about how
What?
good of a game he had. No,
Yeah.
I agree 100%. But
Sure.
can I tell you, in the first 15 minutes, I thought
Mhm.
he was playing the game in like 1.25 or 1.5 speed. And I think he just needed to calm down a little bit. And once he calmed down, because I noticed he a couple times he got the ball and he kind of had one too many touches,
Mm.
or last touch just went a little too far, and he fouled the guy. But once he settled in,
Yeah.
he's a different player. he is a different player. And Macherano, I think, and you called it. You said, man, I hope Macherano can get everything out of him like he did in the U20s. But and he is, like, you can see it, and it's, I mean, it's kind of happening. You're seeing a little mini Boosie developing, alongside, Boosie Senior right there. You got
Yeah.
Boosie Senior, Boosie Junior playing next to each other, and then not only that, you have Turbo Man Bright, hanging on the sidelines, just waiting for one of them to, like,
Oh, dude,
sub out. It's
Bright's he's a fucking animal, bro. Like he got bigger. Like he's built now. Like I don't know. I don't remember how like his physique was last year, but that man's strong. He's been hitting the gym, so I know he's gonna destroy guys when he gets subbed on. He's just waiting and like he's itching. He really wants to fight for that spot with Redondo. Now he knows, like, everybody's very well aware of that midfield situation, and Bright is so eager to win his spot back because like he knows that Mascherano's not like fully convinced with Bright being a starter. And now that if Redondo keeps up, like you said, like if he keeps composed and like during these games consistently, then that spot is going to be his, and then him and Boosie are just going to be unstoppable in that midfield. But I mean, like, what did you think? What did you think? How do I say this? What did you think it took for Redondo to finally just be like, hold on, like, let me like chill out, let me breathe, and like let me actually like let me slow down the game. Let me think and let me actually make like the right move. Like, what do you like? Was it just the type of game? Was it just like constant coaching from Mascherano? Like, what do you think it was?
I thought you meant in the actual game. In the actual game, it was probably una puteada de Messi or una puteada de Suarez. They were like, che, baja un cambio, like,
No, I
something
don't
like
mean
that.
an
But
actual.
overall, I think it's just, look. Remember when Diego Gomez came into the squad? He was
Mhm.
heavily criticized as well, and he
Yes,
came in
yes,
in the middle of a season as well. And now
yeah,
Redondo is coming in the middle. He did the same thing. He came in the
yep,
middle of last season. So Diego Gomez had his, he took off when the season started, and he had that crazy, U23, and he came back and he was just on fire. And I think Redondo is having himself a full preseason with his teammates. And I read that earlier, and that's why I was cracking up earlier. And he's having a full preseason, and so now you're gonna see him come into his own, and they're just creating chemistry. That's what it's all about. That's what the
one thousand
preseason
percent.
it's all about.
No, 1000%. And thank you, boy for Christ for the birthday wishes. But what that I'm just so excited. This is our last game of the Americas tour, our second to last game of the preseason. Now we have Orlando next, and I just have all the confidence in the world. I have all the faith in the world of this team and what we can do. Like our full potential is just like I feel like we just haven't seen it yet. I just feel like we just haven't seen the full capabilities of what this team can bring to the table, and I'm super excited. Um, Other than that, I mean, like, what else did you want to talk about? I don't. We're definitely not going to go on for an hour about this because it's like I said, this is just a post game reaction, so we're just kind of like saying our thoughts and kind of going with the flow with things. But is there anything else that kind of like stood out to you with this game in terms of just like anything? I don't know, anything that stood out to you.
No, I mean, I thought it was kind of weird that Rocco like lo saludado 2 times to Ustari when he came out. Like when Ustari was coming out, he gave him a kiss and a hug, and then when the sub actually happened, like Rocco
Oh, he
came
did it
back and
again.
he gave him like a daps, and I was like, oh, all right, like, okay,
He's
twice,
just that
like,
he's like, I'm sorry. He respects his elders, bro. He respects his
no.
elders. He knows. He knows.
But
You know what? You know what I found funny? I don't know if you're gonna remember this. I forget what minute. This was like early in the game. Maybe in like the 10th minute, 15th minute, somewhere around there. Messi, it was like a good like tiki-taka play between Ashende and then Suarez and Messi. And then like it ended up with the Suarez over the top, over the defenders, and then Messi like just skied it, but it could have been like a golazo. It doesn't matter. It- at the end of the play, at the end of the play on the replay, like the only way you would have seen this was if you watched the replay. On the replay, it showed you a back angle, and it was Suarez in the back, like in the foreground with Messi in the background, and Suarez like flailing his arms in the air like this. And I'm like, bro, this guy complains over everything. Even if the greatest player in the world would have missed a shot, he's gonna complain. So I'm like,
Well, I know what play you're talking about, and I didn't see it that way. I saw it as he was complaining not that Messi missed it, but that he didn't pass him the ball so that he could score. That's and what I was looking for in like the second or third replay was what the angle was gonna be that Messi could
yeah.
get him the ball, and I was like, bro, he would have had to meg the defender, and then he would have a chance, or he would have had to like cut back and like enganchar, and then maybe with his right foot, but no,
But
that
like it
couldn't
would
have
have been
been
an
like,
insane play. Like
yeah.
that's what he expects Messi to do at this point. He's like, "Yo, beat the two defenders ahead of you, just chip it, nutmeg him, pass it to me, and then we score." And it's like the expectations is so insane. I just thought it was hilarious because in that moment I was like, "Yo, this guy's complaining that he missed. Like, if he's complaining that Messi missed, like if he yells at somebody else, I'm not even gonna take it serious. I'm like, because if you're complaining that the best player in the world just missed, then I feel like I don't know. I just find that hilarious. I found that absolutely hilarious. But let's go over the chat. We'll go over the chat for a bit, and then we'll kind of call it wraps. Um, let's see. Inter Miami should have played against the Paraguayan Olimpia. That's actually the team that my dad thought we were gonna play tonight. He was like, "Oh, I thought it was the Olimpia from Paraguay," and I'm like, and then I'm like, "Dad, you gotta watch the streams. Like, you gotta tune in."
It would have been a
But
much better game because the coach of Olimpia from Paraguay is El Loco Palermo,
yeah.
and they have Dario Benedetto on the
Oh
team,
my
and
God,
they
he's a
have,
Palermo.
yeah, yeah,
No
yeah,
way. I had
yeah,
no idea.
because they played against my club, El Club Nacional de Fútbol. They
Yeah.
played against us in a friendly this season, and I actually called the game. And
Oh, nice.
El Loco Palermo, he'd made like 7 subs on me in the second half, and I didn't have the full lineup because they didn't put it out before the game, and
Yeah.
so I can't now I can't stand him even more.
7 subs before the game? You can do
Yeah,
that? I didn't
no,
even know
yeah.
that you could
Well,
do that. I thought you
they
had to
were
confirm it like ahead of
no, no,
time.
no, 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 no. They confirmed it, but during the game he made 7 subs. But
Oh, gotcha.
before the game, they didn't. I didn't have the full roster of who all the players on the bench were. So when he made the subs, I was like, shit out of luck. Like what was I gonna do? Like I had to go with numbers instead of names.
What'd you do? You just be like, oh, number 12 is coming in for 10, number 7. Like, how did you even
Yeah.
do? Like, you just did that?
Yeah, essentially that's how we did it. And then when the guys had the ball, it's like number 10 has the ball, he gives it over to number 13, and then every once in a while I would be like, sorry, but Palermo screwed me because he made all these subs and I don't have a lineup. So, but you just go with it.
You gotta
just
go
gotta
with it. No, absolutely. I respect that. I respect that 1000%. That's a lot of pressure. That honestly is a lot of pressure for doing something like that.
I would have
Let's
loved
see.
for them to play that team though, because it would have been a lot more competitive. And obviously, and not saying that Olimpia is not a competitive team. I don't think, and we talked about this earlier in the week, Matt. We talked
Mhm.
about that Olimpia plays a game 4 days from now. So were
Yeah,
they gonna play at their full potential? And I don't think they did. I don't think they played at their 100% full potential. Not to say that
1000%.
they didn't take the game serious,
Mhm.
but I mean, I think towards the end of the game, it was kind of obvious. Inter Miami was completely dominating, and
Yeah.
they were looking towards what's coming on Wednesday, which actually is for money for the points.
Yeah. No, I 1000% agree with you. I just want to feel better about ourselves.
Hundred
Like I just want
percent.
to feel
I
no,
know.
but yeah,
We
no,
gotta.
1000% you're right.
We
1000
got.
we played like I don't even know. I'm gonna be honest. I think the striker is probably the only one that I recognize. But other than that, like I don't even know if they played their. Did they even play their full starting 11? Like, do you
Um,
know off the top of your head? Like, because
off
I
the
know
top
you
of
did
my
some
head,
research
from
by like.
yeah. So like I looked at most of the players that would start. So yeah, I mean they played their 2 top players, which is Bengston and Benguche. Benguche is
Yeah,
their
they're
main
number
goal
9.
scorer. Yeah,
Yeah.
Pineda would start for them. Their goalkeeper was their normal goalkeeper. So yeah, they started
Oh,
most of
okay.
their players. Yeah,
All right.
they started most of their players.
Yeah, no, but you're right. I mean, they needed to they not that they didn't want to take it seriously, but they also don't want to risk anybody because they literally have a game in a couple of days from now. So It
Exactly.
makes complete sense. It makes complete sense. We have here. We'll get to one or two more comments, and then we'll kind of call it. Here it says, I just missed it. Where'd it go? Okay. Olimpia played, says Nadir Sanchez. Olimpia played good in the first 25 minutes. They almost scored. Could have had a completely different match if some of those chances were goals. Sure. I mean, like, I don't think it would have changed the game because I still think we were completely dominant even after even if they would have scored maybe one, I think we were still going to be the complete dominant and score multiple goals. So Ash says we're potentially CONMEBOL level. Oh shit. We talked. I don't know if we've ever talked about, me and you personally, about Inter Miami joining the Libertadores at some point. But
No,
I know
not
you
yet.
said that they
But
could probably compete in them, and or we have the team that can compete.
I have
But we'll probably get to that
a
on a
future.
different episode. Yeah. Once that actually is there. Raymond says Ustari allowed a couple of small rebounds that maybe Drake would have held onto. But when you look at Ustari's overall skill set and his ability to play with his feet, you conclude he should start. So nobody's remember when everybody was on the Rocco train? Now nobody everybody hopped off that train, by the way. Nobody's on the Rocco train no more. Everyone went from Rocco to Ustari, and now nobody's on Drake's side. No, I don't think ever since I don't think anybody's on Drake's side anymore. I feel like
No,
probably Danny from the Better Hammers is probably the only guy. Is probably the only guy left at this point. We have to convert him. We have to convert him over.
I'm trying my
Um
best. I'm trying my best.
then and I think let's see. What's Messi's English like now? I mean, I don't know. He's probably I don't even think Messi has to speak English to anybody. Everybody on the team speaks Spanish, so it doesn't even matter. But no, overall, this was a good game. 5-0. It was a good way to end the Americas tour, leaving our players in full confidence, and we got to see, just good football. I mean, just entertaining football. A lot of goals scored. Messi got to score. Suarez was on the board. We saw Sailor. We saw Noah Allen. And yeah, man, it was awesome to do this post game reaction with you, Solana, once again. We'll probably do maybe something more in depth later on. We'll have to see what happens. But thank you guys so much for tuning in. Solana, do you have any final words to say before we all go to bed? Because it's past all of our bedtimes right now. I know for a fact.
Absolutely. No, I'm
Yeah.
I'm ready to go to bed. I put
I
my son to
really-
bed a couple hours ago. So no, thank you for having me on. It was fun. And
yeah.
man, it was an awesome game. We scored 10 goals in 4 games
Yeah. Oh my
and
gosh. Yeah, that's crazy.
and only allowed 3 if you really think about it. So
Look
10
at that.
goals, only allowed 3. So
Look at
a
that.
lot of offense and a great defense. What more could you ask for?
Not much more, but no, I appreciate you again, Solana. Everybody, thank you for tuning in to this post game reaction. Hopefully, everybody has a great rest of their Saturday. Everybody, go to sleep. I know it's past all your bedtimes. We'll see you guys on the next stream. Have a good night, Solana. Thank you again. Take care, guys.